Welcome, Warriors. Mr. Patrick Gronbeck here, and today we are going to be going over what is typically our second unit of the year, flag football. It has been a little while since we've had a presentation on any content or anything like that, but remember to make sure to pay attention to what is in red as you are going to see it on your quiz tomorrow. Flag football is one of my favorite sports units that we have at Brooks. The reason that I like it is outside, which is always one of my favorites. And a lot of times, students did not get the opportunity to play it while they were at their local elementary school. So though they might have watched it on TV, they know what football is. A lot of people don't have a lot of experience unless they may have played for the Colts or other recreational teams in the area. A couple things I want to address before we get started. At Brooks, we are playing flag football. A lot of students come in, they say, "Hey, Mr. G, we already know how to play football. Can we please play tackle football?" Over the years, there have been a lot of studies on the effects of football on the brain, right? They have found that football is not safe, and they are actually working on outlawing football for children under the age of 12. If you'd like to know more about that, go ahead and click on this blue link right here. Although the rules for tackle and football are pretty similar, the biggest difference are the safety precautions. Any demonstration of tackle football result in appropriate disciplinary action. What I mean by appropriate disciplinary action, all right? If you tackle someone, we may stop you from playing football. You may instead have to walk the track for the entire month that all the other students are playing football. If you tackle someone and you hurt them, and it is on purpose, you are going to get a referral, and administrators will make the decision on what to do with you. It'd be very similar to hurting someone in a fight or something like that. If you look down here, this is an example of what the flags look like. Okay, the flag belts are worn around the waist, and the flags are at the hip. All right. Now, we do have a variety of them. A couple of them I want to show you here, all right? Some of them look like this. We have some of them that go here. And we even have some that are just flags that you're going to put in your pocket, all right? But we'll talk more about that when we get back to in-person learning as long as it's safe. Let's get back to the presentation. From looking at the results of the poll that we posted on Monday during our physical activity day, most of the students have some idea about football. We didn't have a whole lot of students that knew a lot about football, and we didn't have a whole lot of students that didn't know anything about football. So we're going to start off with the basics. The first video I have for you is created by the NFL. All right, the NFL does play tackle football. However, this video does give you a very basic understanding of how the game works. We're going to watch the video. We're going to go over some of the basic rules, which are basically being reiterated. I'm going to show you what the field looks like and a couple other things. We'll talk about how offense works, how defense works. We'll show you a demonstration of flag football, and hopefully we can do it from there. One thing that I noticed while making the PowerPoint and trying to do this presentation is it is a lot easier to demonstrate flag football in person. So if you don't think that you have the full concept, again, when and if we can safely go back to in-person learning, we'll make sure that we break this down for you just a little bit better.
American football is a game played on a 100-yard field by two teams of 11 players. In the NFL, squads of 53 players make up each side's offensive, defensive, and special teams units that take turns on the field. The aim of the game is move the ball into the opponent's end zone to score a touchdown and extra point. This is achieved by moving the ball down the field in a series of plays or downs. They can do this either by passing the ball through the air from quarterback to receiver or by a running back rushing the ball along the ground. The offense must move the ball at least 10 yards downfield every 4 plays in order to keep possession of the ball and earn another 4 downs to drive towards the opponent's end zone. If the defense prevent them making these 10 yards, the team with the ball must either punt possession of the ball to the opposition, or, if close enough, attempt to kick a field goal between the upright posts. After 4 15-minute quarters of play,
Okay, we don't really need to get into the time. If you look here and they say game highlights from the Vikings and Bears game that was played on Monday night, I did stay up to watch that, and it was a very boring game. I don't suggest actually watching the highlights. It didn't seem like there were a whole lot of them. Let me try and get out of this video here so we can continue along.
American.
All right, just a couple things, some of the basics. As you saw on there are a couple things that we just simply cannot do. All right, we do not have a 100-yard field for everybody to play on. We have 100-yard field for our entire PE class to play on. So the distances are going to be a little bit different. All right, the number of players are going to be different, and we do not have any special teams, which I'll kind of talk about later. Basic rules, and this is going to be, again, more for Brooks and general, okay? On each field, there are going to be 2 teams with an equal number of players. In the video, it said it was 11 on 11. All right, you can play flag football with 5 on 5. You can play 10 on 10, as long as there's an equal number of players on both teams. The team on offense is the team that has the ball. Their goal is to move the ball down the field by passing, catching, and running the ball to the other team's end zone. Again, I'll get into that a little more. On defense, the goal is to prevent the team from getting into your end zone. When you are on offense, you get 4 chances or 4 downs to get across the first down line or into the other team's end zone. If the offense does not get a first down or get across the first down line or get into the other team's end zone, the other team gets the ball and is then on offense. If the offense gets the ball into the other team's end zone, it is a touchdown and worth 7 points. Let me show you what the field is going to look like at Brooks. Right, this is going to be a little bit better example of it. All right, so how it is going to work. On the football field, it is a rectangle like they showed. It is not 100 yards long. On each end of the field is the end zone, as you can see highlighted in orange. On each the field, there will also be a start line and a first down line. The team with the ball first, the offense, is going to start with the ball in the middle of the field on the start line. They're going to, again, try and move the ball down the field into the other team's end zone in order to score. The offense gets 4 opportunities to either get across the first down line or to get into the other team's end zone. If the offense gets across the first down line, their downs reset. So if they have the ball, they throw it, they get the ball down to the first down line where their flag is pulled, again, they restart at first down. If they throw it 3 times and they cannot get across the first down line, and on the 4th time they are able to get it across, again, they go to first down. Right, so the maximum downs you can get is 4. Unless you get it across the first down line, then you get 4 more chances to get it into the end zone. If they do not get it across the first down line, the other team gets the ball. They do not get the ball from where the offense was. They have to start at the start line, whatever one is closer, and go all the way across the field to the other team's end zone. Another thing I want to point out is what is called the line of scrimmage, right? The line of scrimmage is a very important term to know. We have a lot of people that get confused with this when we are playing flag football at Brooks, all right? The line of scrimmage is where the ball is placed when the flag is pulled. The ball is always going to go in the middle of the field. Now, on the line of scrimmage, the ball is placed in the middle. Everybody on offense is going to line up on one side, and everybody on defense is going to line up on the opposite side, right? So the football would have been down right here. The line of scrimmage is between the offense, which are the green circles, and the defense, which is the black X's on the field. The ball cannot be hiked until everybody is on the correct side. Now, a couple more things. We're going to take it into the offense. We're going to talk about the defense. We're going to talk about some differences between flag and tackle football for those of you that might have played. And then we're going to go into a video and try and put it all together. On offense, the offense is the team that has the ball, again, and they're trying to score a touchdown. There are 3 positions on offense. There is 1 quarterback, there are multiple receivers, and there is 1 snapper. The quarterback is the person that throws the ball, the receiver is the one that catches the ball, and the snapper is the one that hikes it. After the person snaps the ball or hikes the ball, they then become a receiver. All right, what will offense look like? Again, the offensive team is going to start in the middle of the field at the start line. That is always where the game is started. The quarterback is going to yell hike. When the quarterback yells hike, the snapper underhand tosses them the ball. Again, after they toss them the ball, the snapper then becomes a eligible wide receiver. After the ball is hiked, the receivers are going to attempt to get open. The quarterback attempts to throw 1 receiver the ball. If the receiver catches the ball, they are going to attempt to run to the other team's end zone without getting their flag pulled. If the receiver does not catch the ball and the ball hits the ground, the ball goes back to the line of scrimmage, which was where the last play started. All right? The line of scrimmage is going to remain the same unless the pass is completed. If a pass is completed and a flag is pulled, the new line of scrimmage is going to be where the flag is pulled. Same goes if they run the ball. They run the ball, the flag is pulled. Wherever the flag was pulled is where it's going to be the new line of scrimmage. Remember, if the offense crosses the first down line, they restart at first down and get 4 more attempts to get into the end zone. I apologize for this being blocked out. Defense. The defensive team does not have the ball and is trying to prevent the offense from getting into their end zone. What will defense look like? On defense, each person is going to pick a person from the other team to defend. The person they choose to defend should have a similar athletic ability. Some of you may have played basketball. What we're talking about here is like person-to-person defense. If you're playing basketball, you don't really want to have someone short guarding someone that is very tall. They're not going to do a very good job on them. You don't want to have someone that is slow guarding someone that is extremely fast because that is just not going to go well. So again, pick one person to defend, and they should have a similar athletic ability. When the quarterback on the other team yells hike, the defender must try and stop the opponent from catching the ball without making contact with them. If their opponent does catch the ball, they must try and pull their flag as quickly as possible. When the defender pulls the flag, they should throw it on the ground immediately. The ball will be placed in the middle of the field, between the sidelines, where the flag was pulled, and this will be the new line of scrimmage. If the defensive team catches a ball that the quarterback throws, it is called an interception, and that team gets the ball from where it was intercepted. For those of you that have played, this may be a little different, right? If the ball is intercepted, that is where you get it. You do not get the opportunity to run it into the other team's end zone. All right, just some differences for those of you that have might played for the Colts. There is no physical contact in flag football, but be aware accidents do happen. We will be watching the fields at all times. If anyone is egregiously tackling anyone or purposely contacting anyone, they will not be playing. If they do it and something happens, again, it's going to be referral. Administrators will make up a decision on that. There are no fumbles in flag football. If the quarterback throws it to receiver and they do not catch it, they go back to the line of scrimmage. If they do catch it and they begin to run with it and they accidentally drop the ball, wherever the ball was dropped or wherever the ball was fumbled becomes the new line of scrimmage. The other team does not get the opportunity to pick it up. In the original video that we watched, they were talking about special teams. There are no special teams in flag football. Special teams jobs are usually to kick and punt the football. In the video, they also said that a touchdown is going to be worth 6 points, and you used a special team to kick an extra point. Again, we are not doing any kicking, so all touchdowns are going to be worth 7 points. Now what we're going to do is we're going to watch a short video to try and bring this all together. I'm going to pause the video as we go along. If there's anything I can kind of point out to where what we've talked about so far. Come on.
And football against red zone. So it's 5-on-5. You have 4 receivers all eligible. Quarterback can pass or hand off, but he can't run. You have 3.
Okay, again, they're playing 5-on-5. The quarterback is the one that passes it. Everyone else is an eligible receiver and can catch it. The quarterback can hand the ball off, but the quarterback cannot run it themselves.
Plays to get it to midfield. That's the line to gain for a fresh set of downs. No fumbles, no blocking, and of course, the player is down when the flag is pulled. So we are ready for the national championship game of flag football with the 13 and 14-year-olds.
Okay, just to kind of get an idea of what we're watching here, right? The person standing over the ball right here is considered the snapper. They're going to hike the ball to the quarterback. The quarterback is the one that can throw it. The 3 on the sides are going to be the receivers. Once the snapper hikes the ball, he is also considered an eligible receiver.
And here is Colin Hurst. You can rush right away, and they're going to start the game downfield and into the head.
Okay, quarterback threw it. Wide receiver caught it. They did not pull his flag. As you can see, it's still on, and he ran into the other team's end zone. Point for the offense. Now the defense is going to get their turn with the ball.
Hands up, Ennis. Hey, Book, the guy you just hyped up.
Showtime, number 1, Brandon Ennis, and red zone not wasting any time. Colin Hurst loves his speed, but he also loves to go deep. Nice play there. Nice pass. He gave him an opportunity to run right up under it, gave him enough air, and the guy, Brandon Ennis, showtime. He gets it going early, Tess.
Well
Nice
placed here.
pass,
Ennis
nice
was able to
catch.
get past
Hopefully they get through
Jalen
this a little
Brown,
quickly.
run right through it. Now for
Okay, now what you're going to see here is not something that we do not do, right? They're getting 6 points, as you can see here on the bottom, and they're going to get an opportunity to get the 7th point with an extra point, right? Now, what they're doing is similar to how the game is going to be played, right? There's one person snapping the ball, there are the receivers, and everyone else defending. Let's see how this goes.
the conversion attempt. Hurst into the end zone for the conversion.
Caught it in the end zone. Team is going to get the 7th point.
And a good start for Colin Hurst. 7-0. The red zone, the defending champs representing the NFC.
Ryan Football with their possession. They start at the 5.
So now Ryan Football will take over at the 5-yard line. And they will go downfield as well. And this is Brown.
Same thing that the other team did it. They hiked, threw it down the field. They got into the other team's end zone. Again, we wouldn't worry about the extra point. The score would simply be 7-7, and the team that had the ball first would again get it there.
The defensive back who was beaten moments ago with that for a response as a flag is down. We will check on that. By the way, we do have our own version of John Perry here in the booth. It's Tom
Pass interference
LaNave.
on the offense. Half distance to the goal. Lost it down.
All right, now what you're going to see there is a penalty. As you can see, this is a little bit more organized than what we are able to do at Brooks. We have 3 teachers and sometimes almost 100 students in the gym, on the field watching what we're doing. We are not going to be able to call penalties and things like that, all right? So what that was is the person that was receiving the ball made contact with the defender, which is why they were so open. Again, we are not going to worry about that on ours.
Second down.
Called a little push off there. These two teams have started out early. They want to score and score quickly, throwing deep balls early.
So second down, there's the rush, and they were able to get the flag. That was Richard Dandridge there with the...
Okay, so what happened there? The defense was able to get to the quarterback. They pulled the quarterback's flag in the end zone, which means the other team is going to get the ball, all right?
Sack in the end zone for the safety. So a great start for the NFC team, the red zone.
And Dandridge is their defensive star. Coaches told us if he plays well on defense, they will play well. Rushing the passer.
Flag was
speed allows
pulled.
him to get to the quarterback.
Saw the flag was pulled, all right? If he was not in his end zone, that's where the other team would get the ball.
Back before he can throw it. He's a key to their defensive prowess today.
Look, I got to tell you, I'm blown away by the level of prep you've done here on the defensive scheme for red zone as they look to go underneath.
All right, incomplete pass. The person did not catch it. So, again, the ball is going to go back to the line of scrimmage in the middle of the field. Defense is going to be on one side, offense on the other.
But it's incomplete. It was intended for Amir Foster.
All right, if there is time, your PE teacher can go ahead and get a little bit more into that. Remember, this is a very advanced version of flag football. They are playing in a stadium with a crowd and everything like that. We are playing the PE version, which means it should be fun. Again, I don't remember if I talked about this in the beginning, but when we do play flag football, it is not a co-ed sport. The girls will play separately than the boys. Right? We will have a beginner game and we will have a more advanced game. Those people that are more advanced can kind of play on their own, they should know the game. Those people that are beginners are going to play with a teacher where we kind of stop and explain things. Hopefully you got a good idea on that. Again, I said earlier it was very challenging to make this, very hard to describe through remote learning, doing it virtually. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask your teacher.